Like most humans, I still experience loneliness, but I don't see it as a negative thing. On the contrary, because I used to have a much more social life than I have right now. Like right now, I have a few friends. I just broke up with one girl. I don't have much going on in my life right now. So I do encounter these feelings of loneliness in my life. The most important thing, when you encounter these feelings of loneliness, you should think what's on the opposite side of the coin. So instead of letting these emotions build up like you're missing something from the past, or you're like very sad about how you lost all your friends, maybe you lost a couple relationships, friendships. Instead of thinking it like that, think about where those friendships and relationship would have got you. So where would you end up if you continued to be in those same situations, in those same friend groups, circles, in that same environment? Think about that. If you're someone who's trying to change your life right now, I think you're on the right path, because for me, for these past couple of years, I've been trying to improve myself holistically. Let's put it that way. My environment, my health, my career. I'm not saying that I'm in a better place right now, especially financially, but I would say that I know where I'm going right now. And yes, that sounds like a cliche, like anyone could say that they know where they're heading in their life, but actually they don't know where they're heading at all. That's maybe the case with me, but still I know where I don't want to head. So instead of thinking that you know where you're heading in life, think about the direction you don't want to go, the opposite thing. I did not want to stay in that environment in which I was a couple of years back. I didn't want to be in a situation where I had these shallow relationships. I want something deeper from life. And this requires a period of being lost in life. So in that sense, I know where I'm heading. I'm not heading in that direction that I don't want to go. So that's kind of your anti-vision. Think about the things you don't want in life. It's easier to know what you don't want than it is to know what you want, because you still haven't seen, you still haven't experienced what you want. Of course, it's important to conceptualize or create these like goals and dreams and ambitions you want to go toward. Of course, it's important, and you have to like visualize a lot of stuff in your head. But it's very practical to create this anti-vision. Think about where you don't want to end up and start moving in the opposite direction and see where you can end. You know, like the key thing here is to start doing stuff. Actually, you don't want to just like rot in one place. Also, you want to know where you don't want to go, and then you want to start experimenting with things. You want to start doing like different social experiments. You want to start like meeting, it's gonna rain here, you want to start meeting new people. You want to start going to new places. You want to start doing all these things that are new, that will potentially like bring this new energy to your life, bring these new ideas, inspirations, new motivation, all this good stuff, you know. This is kind of where I'm at right now, because I'm experimenting with this YouTube channel. I'm kind of getting to know new people in my life. Of course, there were like very fun periods in my life. For example, my last job, I got to know so many cool people from my last job. Those were like very fun times for me. But also I knew that those people were not going to be a permanent part of my life. They were not these long-term friends. Of course, I respect all of those people that I met. I have nothing negative to say about nobody that I've met in my life. Like, yes, there are some people that are more dumbasses and douchebags than others, but anyways, like all these people that I met, they gave me all these lessons that I could learn from. They gave me new perspectives. Even the people who might seem like assholes, even those people gave me some lessons in life. You know, you just have to open your mind in that sense and see all things as a net benefit. Of course, you have to recognize those people who are secretly trying to benefit from you in a negative way. Cheers. But I want to get back to loneliness. So people might experience this deep loneliness because they've experienced an extreme opposite of being social, being in this, like, talking to all these girls, talking to all these boys if you're a female, being popular, being recognized, interactions, fucking crazy parties, all that stuff, all that good stuff we've all experienced once in our lives. If you want to change, at some point in your life, you gotta let go of all of that. And it's normal to experience these feelings of loneliness. And, like, for example, every time I experience that loneliness, I kind of turn it into solitude, and I look at this anti-vision where I don't want to go. So I have this sense of calm in me. I know that this will keep me more positive and more calm and more stress-free when I don't surround myself with these people I don't want to kind of stay with in the long run. I might as well temporarily migrate into this, like, immerse myself into this state of, like, solitude, try different things, become very conscious about the quality of my experiences. Don't be a person who has this fear of missing out mindset, because of one emotion like loneliness. You have to kind of sit with those emotions you experience, and then like you use your brain, logically think about what you really want and what you don't want, and that will eventually manifest in your life. So when you think about what you want and what you don't want, those things will come to fruition in the end, because you will move away from what you don't want, and you will eventually, like, through being active, through adopting new beliefs and acting on based on those beliefs you have right now, you will find something that you're in search of. And like I said, this will require a period of solitude. It's a period of solitude. It's maybe a period of loneliness, as you might experience it, but simply embrace those feelings. Simply embrace all those feelings that you feel. If you're watching this video, you've already found something that you're in search of. So this is the beauty of the online thing right now. But yeah, of course, we need this intimate contact with people, so don't neglect the fact that you need intimacy, you need human contact, you need all these basic things that the human craves. This also balances your nervous system, meeting new people, being in touch, like in physical contact with people. This all is good for humans. This is what we all need. We need community. We need to unite in these times, especially in these times where we're all, like, sitting in our phones and scrolling and stuff, all that jazz. Turn loneliness into a period of solitude, and think about all the people who are experiencing this feeling of loneliness. So instead of you being selfish and being like, I'm lonely and stuff, I'm lonely, go and say hi to someone. You'll be surprised about how many people actually crave that small talk, even that small talk, which can turn into a deep conversation, So go and do that. Go say hi to someone. Go interact with nature. Go interact with trees and birds and stuff. You'll be surprised how satisfied and happy you could actually feel. But go and talk to people. Go sit in a cafe, or go do a outdoor workout somewhere. Go work out somewhere indoors and say hi to people. Go fucking smile to people. It's not that hard to create this, like, social bond. Of course, you need to create these deeper connections with people in the end, ultimately, but that will come in time. As I trust the process that if you do this, like, anti-vision and vision system, you will eventually meet the people you will have those deep connections with. So be open-minded in that sense. Start with small things. You always have to start, like, shallow. You won't maybe instantly create these deep connections with people. If you open yourself up to the world and you kind of flirt with the world, opportunities will come. You will expose yourself more to these positive experiences as well as negative experiences. But what are negative experiences? they're only a net positive because you learn from negative experiences. So highs and lows, yin yang, push and pull. Embrace that mindset. I guess that's all I wanted to pour in this video. So pour, like I'm pouring my coffee. Whatever, I'm just rambling right now. So cheers, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.